Welcome back everybody to 31 Days of Horror, and we're going back into the 50s now with 1951's The Thing from Another World. So this is directed by Christian Neebe, who I've not seen anything else from before, but he was a editor on the likes of The Big Sleep, To Have and To Have Not, and Cloak and Dagger, which are all three fantastic films. First two of which were also directed by Howard Hawks, so it's no surprise that a film produced by him has at least someone that he's trusted in the past. So this is a science fiction horror film, clocking in at 87 minutes long. Stars the likes of Kenneth Tobey, who was also in The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, which we've recently looked at as well as the lead in It Came From Beneath the Sea, another Ray Harryhausen film. And then we've got Margaret Sheridan, who was in I, the Jury, and finally Robert Cornthwaite, who was in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane and The War of the Worlds. So a group of scientists discover a spaceship at an Arctic research centre along with the pilot in a frozen state. Things, however, go haywire when the pilot regains consciousness and spreads havoc. So this is a mostly enjoyable effort that has several entertaining scenes. The cast is good, it is solidly shot, it's primarily singular setting effectively, has a fun finale, the pacing is on point, and it features some decent tension. Now, sure, this isn't perfect, while certainly not being the best of its type from this era. Same year as this, or thereabouts, we had the Day the Earth Stood Still, um, which is definitely better in terms of its effects and its themes. Although this isn't exactly lacking in themes, surprisingly so, as it is, contemplating the idea of, is it morally right to unfreeze this monster, see if it has anything to offer the world, or is it more moral to destroy it and prevent any potential diseases or anything like that that could spread from it, and such and such. So yeah, it doesn't just go straight for cheap thrills or anything like that. Um, but it is still an efficiently executed plot in terms of the direction, while it is also well produced as well, with some really rather great fire effects on the monster himself when he gets torched. Full body suit moving around and everything like that. I don't think that had been done at that point. So yeah, really good effects in that regard. Also good effects at the end as well when it's finally gotten rid of. And yeah, overall a really rather entertaining film. Certainly one that I've become to enjoy more and more, especially now that I've grown up a little bit and stopped comparing it to the 80s version from John Carpenter, because it was never going to be able to match that, given that's 30 years newer, has a better production techniques that it can use, and is obviously able to be gorier, more violent due to no way near as many regulations and strict rules to abide by. So yeah, this is part of the premium collection from HMV that is pretty much no longer in print. This was number 99 in the series, so quite a lot later than them and Beasts from 20,000 Fathoms, but still another fantastic sci-fi horror film that, yeah, I really enjoyed watching for the first time, and have continued to enjoy watching it ever since. So, yeah, I did forget to show you that the fact that them had basically another poster version as an art card. It's purely because it is on my wall, so I couldn't show you. But we do have art cards from the film as well, just like that one. So there's James Arness as the Thing, who'd also be in them as well. Finally, so yeah, there is actually a fair bit in common with the 80s version. We have the title burning through the screen, for instance, although it's only the Thing bit that burns through, not the From Another World. I imagine that From Another World was added on after the fact. Also have a poster with this release, slightly been used because I had it up, but still a really rather decent one as well. And obviously the whole Arctic exploration bit is in common. Them forming a circle to find out what the shape of the ship that's crashed is in common with this as well, and such. So yeah, but obviously the 80s version goes for a different kind of vibe, and certainly has a different way of going about it. It's a shame that this didn't wasn't as fully um, faithful to the novel that it is based on, which is called Who Goes There. But still, it is decent enough regardless, and yeah, still one of the better ones from this period. Certainly in terms of the production quality, the cast, and the general execution of the plot. So yeah, highly recommend it if you haven't seen it already. Just don't go expecting it to be anywhere near as similar to the thing from the 80s. Like I said, there are some similar elements that were carried forward into that newer film, but for the most part, this is much more of its time, just like the 80s version was much more of its time as well, where it's feels more like a allegory for the Cold War, for instance, and such. So yeah, but still, overall, fantastic film overall. 3.5 out of 5. One that I do highly recommend, especially if you're into your 50s sci-fi and you've still not yet gotten around to this. But if you have seen it before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.